my name is Sheriff and welcome to your 18th Java tutorial. And in this video we're going to be learning about constructors, and I'm going to be using the box class which we created about 3 or 4 videos ago, I can't remember. So now let's get back to constructors. What are constructors? Constructors are simply methods or functions which have the name or the same name with our class. So a constructor is a method which has the same name with your class name. Now what are constructors used for? Now if you guys remember, we created these getters and setters, or we generated them. So we have set width, set length and set height. Now if we create an object of a box class of this box and we want to set the attributes, that means you have to call set width, set length and set height every time we create an object. Now if we are creating 1,000 objects, this is going to get very tedious and our code is going to contain unnecessary, I don't know, let me say unnecessary, but our code will get too bulky, filled with too many things you can do with just one single line. So now constructors are used to initialize the attributes of your class. So they are used to initialize the attributes of your class, and then they are created the moment you create an object of that class. Don't forget those two things. A constructor is used to initialize the values or attributes of a class, and then a constructor is called the moment you create an object of the class. That is, you don't even have to use the object before the constructor gets called. So now let's go ahead and let me demonstrate how to make a constructor. So like I said, a constructor has the same name as the class, so box, and since it's a method, it's going to have its own brackets and curly braces. Now let's go ahead and print. Let me go ahead and show you guys the points where I said constructors are created when you create an object of the class. So we are in the constructor. So let's go to our main class, into our main method, or I call this first class. Yours can be anything. Just make sure you have a main method inside. So let's go ahead and create a box object. So let's call this box1, cause new box. So now let's go ahead and run this. Now you see we get when the constructor, even though I didn't use this box object, you see it says variable box1 is not used. I didn't use this box object, yet the constructor got called, and that's because the moment you create an object, box1 equals new box1. The moment you create an object, that's when the constructor gets called. Now my point of using constructors to initialize the attributes of a class. Now your constructor can also take parameters just like normal methods can. So let's go ahead and give these parameters. So double h, double w and double l, not 2. So now let's go ahead and use these parameters to initialize these attributes. So we say width equals w, how am I pressing 2? Length equals l, and height is equal to h. So now let's go into our main class. Now if you are going to get an error, we need to give arguments since our constructor takes in parameters. So let's get and call 20, 10 and 30. So now to show you guys that truly this constructor is used to set the attribute of a class, I mean of the the attribute of a class, to initialize the attribute of a class, I'm going to call the get length, get width and get height of this box object, and it's going to give me values which are inside, values which we gave as arguments. So let's go ahead and print out box1 dot get height, and let's print out get length and width also. So Ctrl-V, Ctrl-V. Okay, let's put some description to make it easier to understand. The height of the boxes, and let's copy this. Copying and pasting is just very sweet. Okay, this is okay. Let's call this width. So this should be get width, and then the length. So this should be get length. and run this. Run anyway. Now you see the height of the box is 20.0, the width of the box is 10.0, and the length of the box is 30.0. Now these are the values you passed into our constructor as arguments. So when we passed those values as arguments, it sets the width of the box object which you created to W, which is this. I think you guys should know about argument and parameter passing already, so I don't think I need to explain this. But then that's it about constructors. And don't forget, constructors are used to initialize the attribute of a class. Constructors are called when you create an object of a class even though you don't use the object. And also, constructors are methods which have the same name with the class which you are trying to create a constructor for. So that's going to be it for this video. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.